welcome to another video. So we're back at Spectacle Island, and this is the dock area with the boat that started the whole thing. The whole idea was this boat was originally just going to be a random person who just built a home on a boat that would sail around, etc. However, it kind of grew into something a little bit more. So we're going to have a little tour of the boat, followed by a tour of the docks, which I didn't actually do any build videos of because I wasn't intending to do them, but nevertheless here we are, and let's get on with the tour. So here we are on the boat. So the idea was this boat was just going to be, as I say, a home for a random person around the Commonwealth. Happens to be the lady we've just seen outside the door. It was just going to be a little houseboat that in theory they could be travelling around on the water, stopping at different places, being a little bit more safe than dealing with raiders on the land. So we have an area where they could grow crops, just a bit of maintenance and things. So this tank here is the idea was that the big solar dish thing you can see there on the back was going to be the power, whereas this tube here was going to draw up seawater into the tank and through a purifying system of some kind, using the power generated from, as I say, the solar panel thing there. So we could get fresh water for obviously people that were living on this ship, and to obviously water the plants and things like that. And of course that is the little boat that they would use to get to and from shore. Had to make all the arms and everything like that separate, using I think mostly the Kuro mod, I think it was, Kuro Tab mod. That's where they would do a little bit of cooking, and here we are into the living area. So a nice little bed and a makeshift toilet in the corner there. A general place to eat and obviously store food and things. Very small, but all that's needed. And then a little workstation there. You hang your washing up on this side, and of course this area was to do a little bit of fishing. Sitting in the seat, fishing off the end of the boat there. And of course a good old Brahmin skull there just to top it off. So of course that is the boat we've just been on over there. This is the dock area. The idea would be this would be a supply port of some sort, a place where people who had were lucky enough to have the boats and ships and things, they would come here to stock up, buy supplies, trade, that sort of thing. Of course you can see the Brotherhood airship off there in the distance, the Predwin. Of course they would deal a lot in fish and things like that. Ooh. Got to remember not to do that. So of course traders are welcome here at Spectacle Island. This is a Minutemen boat. Something that I'm going to be doing with a castle build that will be coming up shortly. They're going to branch out across the Commonwealth and have a little bit more of a presence. I'm not necessarily siding with any faction on this this playthrough, but so this is Global Imports, place where you'd come and buy some odds and sods, some supplies, a few bits here and there. And this is our gentleman here. And if you can't get it in this shop, I'm sure he'd be able to get it from somewhere. So I wanted the docks just to look lived in, to, you know, used. Hence all the bits and bobs hanging around. Now this is kind of your security area. So when you come here, you would sign in, as it were. And you'd see this gentleman who is sitting at the desk, and you would register your ship as arriving, just so we know who's coming and going. He's working away there at the old computer. So of course we pop up this side. There is a little chair over there with a little stump for a fishing rod, but just over in the distance. So this is Hooper's store. And we have the community notice board here. And then we have a gentleman here selling some fruit, veg, and bits and pieces there. Now you may note some buildings off in the distance there, but we've covered one of those already in a previous video. And this is the store. So I wanted to make a little window display with this one, which I thought went well with Hitchcock's outfit. And then we've got a few generic ones over here, and I think that is Macready's there. And in we pop to see Mr. Hooper. So it's a bit of a general store. We sell guns and ammo and some armour and clothing and things like that. And of course we have some sunglasses and magazines. And there's our little display there. And of course a bit of armour and things. So upstairs, this is where the Mr. Hooper lives. It's also his storage area, but we'll pop into the bathroom first. We'll see what's in here. So this is the bathroom. There's some excellent views there. Didn't want anything fancy, hence it's not all pristine and new, but he can look out over his dock there, because we're basically going to say that Mr. Hooper kind of runs the whole dock. And then out here it's got a nice little area to sit and look out over Spectacle Island. Of course that's our water supply, but we'll possibly jump into that one later. And if we use into the storeroom, got all sorts of bits and bobs in here. I'm not sure if that's coming through very well on the video side of things, but you might hear some laughing and giggling going on. You'll see what all that is in a moment. Because I was supposed to turn this off before doing the video, but of course, as always, we forget things. So that's there. I think this mod's called Videos of the Commonwealth, or something like that. You'll find it on the Nexus. Of course, Mr. Bean on the TV there. Very interesting. So just a generic living area, but look at the views. Big fan of the Lone Wanderer. So yeah, there we have it. So that is Mr. Hooper's store. So yeah, I have built up the other parts of Spectacle Island. If you haven't seen some of the videos already, do go and check them out. Some have been more popular than others, but glad to see, and that they've been well received, so thank you very much for the support. So this is the water area, so the idea is this is getting pumped up out of the ground and obviously stored within the tank there. Caution. And this is our little fishing stump here, so this is where someone's going to have a little fish, because what else would you do if you live by the coast? And you'll see the barn off there in the distance. That is in another video if you want to check that one out. So as I mentioned before, it was just kind of wanted a build-up on the whole island, actually, as a kind of community, a little bit on the lines of Covenant, but spread out over an island, which I think I've kind of captured quite well with a lot of it. But again, I've used the oil lamps and things rather than full-on electricity, because I just think it gives a better ambience, not having to worry too much about generators and all sorts of things going off. But that's it. So by all means, as usual, let me know in the comments what you think, and drop the video a like. Would always be appreciated, and also a subscribe and hit that bell notification so you won't miss out on any more of the Fallout content. But other than that, thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe out there in the wasteland. I'll see you later.